you. Hello, everybody. All right. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, chat. No delays tonight. I'm already late enough as it is. How is everybody doing today? We've got a crazy world these days. Last time I was streaming, Beirut was still in one piece. We've got Dr. Disrespect streaming again, or maybe streaming again. It's been a crazy couple of days. Twisty Rogue, what's going on? Good to see you. Hello. Hey, Fatally. What's going on, everybody? Hope y'all are doing okay. It's easy to keep things in perspective in a week like this. We're all doing better than Donald Trump, I hope. That dude got eviscerated in that interview. All right, chat. We've got something cool tonight. We've got a really cool build tonight. I'm super stoked to be working with the Key Company and a cool little project on this one. So this is going to be quite a cool collaboration. We are working tonight on a little bit of a special build. So we're building a keyboard for a photographer, Larry Chen, who is quite a well-established automotive and racing enthusiast photographer. He's got a very cool, quite a large following on Instagram, and I'm super excited to be part of this project with the Key Company. Hey, thank you so much for the follow there, Twisty Rogue. Appreciate that. I'll call you Twisty by short. So let's without further ado, let's get into some unboxing here. And yeah, we guys take a look and see what we're working with here tonight. I've been getting things prepped up for the giveaways and everything going live on Saturday. Luckily, I have another night to prepare. I'm getting a whole bunch of new overlays prepped up for guests coming on. Here, I'll give you guys a little teaser. So here's like one of the overlays that I was just practicing on. Oh, chat looks pretty good with that. I need to edit it a little bit, but that's not too bad. So I'm gonna be having the full overlay set up for when we go live. Yo, Twisty, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate that. Hello, Ravius, what's going on? Keyboard is actually not a command. The keyboard that you see right here in front of you is the 360 Corsa. But yeah, we're gonna be building up tonight a TKC1800R. We have a full kit for this thing. So we're gonna be working on some C3 stabilizers. I have a whole bunch of them. We are going to be working with a carbon fiber plate. This thing is spec'd out with the racing tune. So if I've got any automotive enthusiasts tonight, you guys are going to like this build. So here's our PCB. We'll get to testing this here in just a second. And here it is. Everyone in chat, you should take a look at the gallery that's posted, the Imgur gallery, Imgur, however you pronounce it, gallery that's posted on this keyboard. This is the 1800R Celine S7 custom paint job. How crazy is this? Yo, Spencer, thank you so much for the 3 months, buddy. Look at this keyboard. This thing is pretty, right? So yeah, so take a look, do the exclamation point build in chat, and you can see the inspiration for this paint color. This is actually the exact same paint color as the Celine S7 sports car. And so This thing, they actually, the Key.company, the guys who made this, had to sign a non-disclosure agreement to get this paint actually, the mixture authorized to them. It's pretty wild. This thing is a looker for sure. Definitely a looker. So this is what we're building tonight. We've got, obviously, as you can see, a lot of switches to work with and a lot of stabilizers to work with for this thing tonight. These feet are just regular rubber bump-ons, but the little insert here is carbon fiber. And then the plate that we're pairing with this keyboard build tonight is also carbon fiber. So it will be, this board will be quite light, but those bump-ons should really do nicely to keep it in place. It won't be sliding around the desk or anything because of those bump-ons. And then take a look at this. We've got this really cool Space Cables designed aviator cable for this keyboard as well. It's got the black Tech Flex on it with the red paracord underneath. So this will be really cool. Really, really cool. Definitely a full kit for this thing. All right, so let me go ahead. I'm gonna get started real quick by first testing this PCB. So we're gonna get this keyboard out of the way. Hey, thank you so much for the follow there. I appreciate that. Alrighty. Okay. Here is our PCB. So this has got kind of like a crazy little side-mounted PCB here. This one is pretty unique because the cable for this actually just goes right outside here, and so you'll plug this cable in, and it'll just fish its way around to the side and out the rear of the case. So let me go ahead and let's go ahead and get started here. Now let me see here real quick. I want to take a look at something here real fast. Hold on just one second. I'm going to be moving quicker tonight, chat, than I normally do. Like I said, building an 1800, there's a lot of modding that needs to go into this board here. Hey, what's up, Osh? Good to see you. Let me see here. Sorry, chat. I'm going to catch up here in just a second. All right. Let's go. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Alright, now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and test our PCB. As promised, I want to get this guy here plugged in. Yeah, I think Twisty is just gracing us here for the first time tonight. Welcome. He is our latest, or no, he's not our latest subscriber. Twisty did subscribe though too, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, welcome. Yeah, he did. Make sure you guys, if you're subscribers, join up in Discord. Gets you a special Discord tag, and then also I'll probably end up having some extra like promotions for subscribers at some point. I might do like a... Simon had a great idea where he had a... end page down. Where he had this awesome idea where he had like build service discounts for people who subscribe to the Twitch channel. I think that's a great idea. And so I would absolutely be amenable to doing that. And so those of you who subscribe to me, hit me up on Discord, and if you're interested in getting something built, I'll hook you up with a discount there for sure. All right, so this one's an interesting layout here. It goes all the way over to the right side here. This is another 1U here, but then we have the 2U down here on this guy. The keypad enters this one, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. And then it's another 1U over on the numpad. All right, so the 1800 is good there. All the way over there. As you guys can see, guys and girls, you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a lot of switches to work our way through. It looks like this PCB is good. I don't think we're gonna have any difficulty with it. We're gonna do some LED work here tonight too. Not surface mount LED, like we were doing with the 910 the other night, but similar. The LED work that we're gonna be doing tonight is through hole for the indicator lights that will be going right here. Was J, KL, then this guy. I love this PCB because it's got the it's got all the keys labeled, which is absolutely brilliant. I love that I love when a PCB designer has the labels for each of the keys on there. It's really nice. There we go, there we go. 7U spacebar, I believe, is what we're doing for this. And then our arrow cluster. This guy also has Alps compatibility with it, which is kind of cool. There we go. All right, so the PCB is looking good. I want to take a look at one more thing here real quick too before we officially bring this up. I'm sorry. I said in the past, I need to get one of those Bluetooth HHKBs so I don't have to keep going back and forth and plugging things in and out. But I want to get one of these TKC1800. I want to open up a picture of the actual keyboard so I can just cross-check on the layout. I don't build these things too regularly. So I want to make sure I've got everything I need here. So yeah, that's a 7U. Okay. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Yeah, you can do interesting layouts with this thing here. So you can either do, let's see here. Yeah, this is the one that makes sense. We're gonna do this layout here. Here you go, chat. We're gonna do this layout right here for tonight. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong window. There we go, right here. We're gonna do this layout right here, I believe. That guy. That number pad layout with the 2U's on the right side for the keypad plus make a lot of sense to me. I know my webcam is kind of in the way. That's okay though. You guys don't necessarily need to see that. I just wanted to show you what I was looking at real quick just to make sure. I'm just cross-checking my layout pretty much. Just making sure everything looks good. Yeah, we're definitely gonna do the 1.5 on the bottom right. But let's just double check here. Let's see. Oh yeah. Ah, we're doing a 6.25 for the spacebar. And let's see if we're doing a standard caps, or we're doing a standard caps today. Okay. There we go. I just need a clarification on the number pad, but I think we're good here after we do that. I think we're good. I think we're good. The uptime command is such a funny one. Have I added that, or is that just a default command? Uptime is so funny. I find it so funny because you can see uptime in the stream. You can see the little timer on it. Is that a command I have? Yeah, command. That's a command I have. I think I also have a command in here too to see if anyone's hosting me right now. I don't know if that one actually works. I don't know if that one works, or maybe just nobody's hosting me right now. It doesn't come back with anything though when I try it. I don't know if I have the syntax right for that one. Okay, all right, so I think we're good here. We've got our layout all selected and ready to go. So, now we can get to, we've tested our PCB, check, we're good there. We have confirmed our layout, we're good there. We are building a thick thing today. And we are now going to start working on some stabilizers. Look at this thing again real quick, chat. Look how beautiful that is. That 1800R with the Celine S7 paint job. How cool is that? Carbon fiber insert here, carbon fiber insert there. And then of course, we're using the carbon fiber plate. We're gonna be doing a 6.25 spacebar and a standard caps lock on this one. We have got, this build going out to a newer member of the community. So Larry Chen doesn't have a keyboard yet, at least a custom keyboard. And so this is going to be pretty much getting him started. It'll be his introduction almost into keyboards. So we got to make sure this one is rocking for him so that he comes back and is ready for more action. At a later date as well. I want to get, okay, so I've got the 6.25, which means, all right, so the 6.25 layout is going to have 3 1Us on the right. It's going to have 3 1.5s on the left, the 6.25 stabilizer, and then we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other stabilizers. So we've got lots and lots of stabilizers for tonight. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 housings. And then we need one for our space bar. Feeble-minded, yeah, so I think the ultimate plan is to have the TKC1800 available, ultimately more and more as we ramp up production on it. But yeah, make sure you tune in to the interview tomorrow night, on on Saturday night because I'm going to be interviewing Jason from the Key.company on Saturday, and we're going to actually discuss kind of his goals as the owner of that company to kind of see, you know, where he sees, you know, the market going, what products he thinks, you know, he would like to keep in stock consistently. I would think, you know, something like the TKC1800 would be a product he would probably like to keep in stock consistently, but I can't speak with him. I can't speak with certainty on that. I'm not 100%. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're good there. So let me go ahead and put these guys away. I'm gonna have extra screws and washers, but that's all right. There will be my start of my trash bag. And I've got wires for this guy right over here. We're also gonna be doing this new Infinikey white on black. We have the Apple variant on this guy. Still brand new, sealed in box. So we're gonna be unboxing this guy to put keycaps on it later on as well. Yo, what's up, Lang? Good to see you, my friend. How's it going? All right, so we need the 6.25, and then all of these 2Us probably, and more. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need one more 2U. And there's 5. Look at this. We've got blacked out everything for these stabilizers. All right, so here's extra stabilizers. Top Clack's a bit too spicy for you tonight. Uh-oh. They're just doing their talk show tonight, right? Tonight it's Thursday. This is the news roundup. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to catch up on chat. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, so no split spacebar tonight, feeble-minded. I wonder how much it costs. Ravius, are you talking about the TKC1800? Because the TKC1800 is $180. And that comes with the PCB and case, if I'm not mistaken. And then you can get a plate and extra PCBs for, you know, of course, an extra charge on that as well. But yeah, $180 minus shipping, if I'm not mistaken. Damn, I was trying to find... Twisty asks, what's a good stay-at-home job? I mean, hopefully everyone's still working, and in this COVID environment, hopefully everyone's working from home. And so ask yourself, are you able to work from home? And if you are, then that's a good stay-at-home job. If you enjoy what you do, that is. But IT is pretty good. That's true. Yep. Ravius says IT. I'd agree with that. I'd love to watch that. Would it be on this channel? Keep the PCB. Yeah. So feeble-minded. Yeah, so this will be on this channel. Yep, we're going to be having a 12-hour stream on Saturday. And take a look, guys. I'm still... This is very much so a work in progress. You're not even going to be able to see me on it right now because it's actually display capture for when I'm doing guests. But take a look. Here's my overlay for this weekend when we start doing interviews. So you can see I need to do a little bit of work with chat there. I don't like how chat's looking right now. And I was playing around with it with like the different tags and titles and stuff for people. But yeah, we'll be live with some guests over the weekend. And yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. I've never done like a real like true like guest talk show type deal. I think I'd be pretty good at it. I think I interview people pretty well. Yeah, so that's kind of what I was thinking, Koda Tenchi. Now that's a little bit, everything's not really aligned properly right now because I was kind of playing around with it and prepping it up for 3 guests and maybe even 4 guests, spoiler alert, that I might have on all at once. I have a couple of friends of mine who are more knowledgeable than I am that I would love to have on with me and even asking some of these artisans especially questions. I love all things keyboards, but when it comes to some artisan makers, I can appreciate and I love their work. I won't name anyone in particular, but I, you know, I don't know as many cool backstories as some of my friends do. And so I'll have some really cool people on with me that do know the backstories that kind of make things even more interesting. All right, so tonight, I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. We are live, chat. We are building the TKC1800R. A pretty cool, special, unique board here. I'm gonna get all this 205 here. Thank you so much for the subscriptions there. Oh my goodness, Twisty with the 10 gifted subs. Wow, dude. Thank you. Big pog in chat. Let's go. Twisty, that is too kind. Thank you. Big time gifts. Wow, I really appreciate that. Twisty has indeed unseated you, Lang. Yeah, he is coming in clutch. Thank you very much, and welcome all my new tier 1 subs. Welcome Mead Heroes, Dr. Sprite, Feeble Minded, Lonely Fans, Darian, Coinstorm, T Rice, as well as Zach Adams got one, Thokchatal, and Rich got one as well. Speaking of, one of the guys who I might try and have on stream with me two of the guys I might actually try and have on stream with me. I was talking to Zach earlier tonight. Zach was helping me test portions of my overlay. I don't actually know. I think the way the gifting subs work, sometimes people get gifted a sub that are just are following me but might not be here. So I don't know if Zach and Rich are in chat, but if you guys are, what's up, man? Yeah, thank you so much, Twisty. Really appreciate that, dude. Build service on me if you're ever looking for a keyboard to get built. Let me know. Hit me up in Discord, and I got you covered. Thank you so much. So, yep, we are working on C3 stabs right now, and quite a lot of them, mind you. We're tuning them up with 205 G0. And yeah, we got the chill vibes going on here right now. Hope everyone's having a wonderful evening. Thursday night, I'm gonna transition you guys right into Friday. We are gonna get it through the rest of Thursday and migrate on into Friday. So we've got pretty much, this is kind of like an off black color on these housings, but then we have the black wires and the off black stems. So kind of a cool look here. I think it'll look really sharp with the plate that we have going into this build. I think we'll be looking really sharp. So yeah, chat, if you've never caught one of my streams before, welcome. You guys are in the midst of watching me tune some stabilizers. So the method for tuning stabilizers, at least for me, everyone kind of has their own little twist. I like 205G0 personally. It has a shelf life, a lifetime shelf life, I should say. This is Chilled Cow, Lang, you got it. I was using Epidemic Sound the other day, Lang, and I have not curated good enough playlists on that yet to migrate completely. I had launched up a lo-fi playlist, just random, and it was good for a while. But then I started getting a whole bunch of songs with lyrics, and even some very much so not lo-fi songs that I wasn't feeling. Like there were some songs coming on there that were like, they almost sounded like they belonged in a horror movie. And so I was like, as soon as I started getting like wrong types of music and everything, I switched back over to the Chilled Cow lo-fi playlist. I love this playlist though. I could listen to this thing on repeat. Yeah. Might watch for 10 minutes because I gotta wake up early tomorrow. Oh, Twisty, I feel ya. I feel ya. Yeah, I'll be waking up probably around like 6:30, 7 o'clock myself. Probably be streaming until 1 o'clock tonight. So it'll be a late night and an early morning for me. But yeah, I understand living that early morning life. Yeah, there we go. That's right, Lang. It's such a good, like, just calming playlist. And so I'm hoping if I can curate playlists on Epidemic Sound that are half as good as Chilled Cow, I'll be very happy. I'll be very happy. Oh yeah, it's payday tomorrow. That's what's up. It's a good day. It's a good time for payday. Don't we have some key sets that are closing out this week? I haven't really looked at my websites lately. Sumi opened up like 2 weeks ago. I think you have it till the end of August on Sumi. I can't remember if key set buys closed out this week or not. What's closing? What GMK sets are leaving group buy this week? So, anyways, as I was in the middle of talking about lubing stabilizers, I use 205G0 because it's got a lifetime shelf life. So you can use 205G0 and if you get a good coating on it, the lube will never break down, dissimilar to dielectric grease. Dielectric grease only has a shelf life of a couple years. And so you will ultimately, with dielectric grease, have to retune your stabilizers. And so using 205G0 is my method. I paint the inside of the housings here, as you can see. And I just do the housings. No reason really to do the stems here. And then after I'm finished with the housings, I'll also paint the wires. So if you guys have never seen a keyboard build before, this is a pretty crucial part of the build. Rattly stabilizers are going to contribute to a lot of negative sounds in your keyboard build. If you're working with a stock keyboard right now, go ahead and just hit your spacebar a bunch and you'll hear how much it rattles. Basically what we're doing here is we're lubing everything up where wire hits plastic and plastic hits plastic in this stabilizer, ensuring that there's no rattle. That is the way. 808 boom. Okay. Nice. You guys are contributing all designer profits to charity. That's what's up. I love that. And supporting the performing arts too. That's such a great cause. Very cool, Lang. You and Andy are two awesome dudes. Was there anyone else involved that I'm missing? I know it was CYO Keycaps and Andy, and then I know you were involved in it. I don't want to leave anyone out if they were involved too. But what a great buy! Yeah, Infinikey really stepping their game up too. It's a great transition. If you guys didn't know, I'm sponsored by the Key.company. Although you know they don't influence my opinions at all. Those are my own, regardless of what they send me or what they don't. And so, but I can absolutely say with certainty that I'm a big fan of the 808 boom set. It's ran through Infinikey, which is a great set. And I think Infinikey's molds and plastics are pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. And the unboxing experience with Infinikey, the best, absolutely the best in the business. You'll see an Infinikey unboxing actually here on this stream tonight. We are using the Infinikey WOB set. You can see what this thing looks like. I mean, look how big this box is. It's really, really nice. And so that's pretty much yours. Like, I mean, the keycaps fit in trays inside this box. You'll hold on to that box. It's a nice way to store your keycaps, and it feels like if you're one of those people like me who mount keycaps and then put them back in the trays and come back to them later, the InfiniKey sets truly feel like an unboxing every time you go back to them. It feels like you're getting something brand new again every time. These are the new C3 stabilizers. Yep, these are round 2. So we lube the wires here, and we go just beyond that 90-degree angle here. It's important to hit and pass that 90-degree angle, in my opinion, because that's actually where the stabilizer clips into the wire, and so you don't want anything rattling there either. And yo, what's up, Yeffy? You made it to your folks' house, huh? Good to be back with power, I'm sure, even though it would be much more comfortable. I'm also sure to be in your own home, but hey man, I'm glad you guys are safe. Yeffy got held up in these tropical storms we're having here on the East Coast. I don't want to put your personal business too much out there, Yeffy, but they're without power, which really sucks. We got a little much needed rain here in the Washington DC area. And there have been some pretty okay thunderstorms, but for the most part, it's been pretty relaxed. There hasn't been too much going on here. Yeah, I really hear like the Jersey, New York, like, you know, yeah, they're definitely doing more of it. Right, but Leng, the keycap set is inspired by the musical equipment, the 808 musical. The 808 is actually just a sampling, right? 808 is not actually a piece of equipment, or is it? I don't really know anything about music sampling. I thought 808 was just the bass sample that they used in those like early days, like hip hop tracks. I could be completely wrong though, I'm not sure. Yeah, the drum, it's a drum machine? Okay, so it's an actual machine? That certainly makes sense, because I mean it's probably that's going to have predated the era of, you know, mixing and doing all your post-production in a computer. So that makes sense. So it's an actual machine. Cool. TR-808 is an instrument. Got it. Yeah, at this day and age, I'm sure it's just a file set that you can get and drop into your, you know, what is it that people use? It starts with an A. Is it Audacity? Is that what producers use? I only know very brief audio engineering things. I don't do any music production, but I want to say it starts with an A, the program people use these days for that. Ableton? Is it Ableton? Yeah, that's what it is. And yeah, a bowl full of ramen is telling me at the same time too. Yep, I did come up with Ableton before I looked, but yeah, Ableton. That's what I was thinking of. I think Audacity is just a free version of Audition, pretty much. Audition is what I use for the video content when I'm like mixing in post. I don't do too much in there, but Audition works pretty well for me. I'm such a noob when it comes to audio engineering. I know just enough to be dangerous. Yeah, so we use a nice healthy layer of 205G0 on these wires. Really want to get these lubed up and sitting pretty. get the space bar done. I feel like I didn't eat enough for dinner tonight. I had some leftover casserole in the refrigerator. And there wasn't enough, I don't feel like. I might need to get some more food later on tonight too. Which is just going to be a disaster. I'm already feeling like calling out of work tomorrow. I'm actually supposed to be going, oh shoot, I got into the wrong spot there. I'm actually supposed to be going into client site tomorrow, which is kind of a drag. What's up, G-Pone? Good to see you, buddy. Oh, you don't need to do that, Twisty, but I do appreciate the sentiment. You have already provided quite enough with the 10 gifted subs. I really appreciate that. But yeah, thank you very much. Oh, nice. Yeah, thanks for the link there, Lang. Awesome stuff, dude. Cool. It's got, I was literally, what was funny, I was laughing because NPR, I listened to that on the drive in and out of client site pretty frequently when I'm on the road. And I was in the car a couple weeks ago and an interview came on with a guy talking about hip hop, and it was mostly like the interview, and the subject of the interview was talking like they had this guy who was on, you know, and kind of advocating more from like a civil activism perspective, you know, with Black Lives Matter movement. But the guy that was on there was talking about a lot of like the first generation old school rappers. And I think this guy was a music producer, and so obviously they were talking about the 808 and the introduction of that onto the hip hop scene. Whenever that was, I mean, it completely changed it, you know, completely changed the sound and feel of it, you know. This guy had done a lot of remixing, not for Run DMC, it was another group that he had done a lot of remixing for. I can't remember what, but it was a cool interview with the guy. Talking about, you know, the first wave of the 808 music. Yeah. Oh, dude, thanks so much for the subscription there. Appreciate that. What's up, Milk? On the 2-month streak. Don't have any audio right now? Yo, let's get the hearts in chat from Milk. I can't type right now, but thank you, Milk. Appreciate that. From Max F with love. Yeah, Milk, I don't know if you guys know, Milk is my, one of, if not my official lube service provider. So I basically, any client that comes to me is like, I want Switch's lube, I send them to Milk. Milk is a great guy. Remsky had to go into retirement again, and so I had to find a new lube guy. What's up, Primetime? Good to see you, buddy. Oh, nice. Cool, Lang. I am absolutely into podcasts, so I will check that out. Anytime podcasts come up, it always reminds me to talk about, this has nothing to do with the 808. It's just another podcast. If you guys, I'm wondering, so chat, I'm wondering if you guys have ever heard of the podcast Hello from the Magic Tavern. I'm not going to go into too much of a rant about it, but if you are into like sort of like fantasy yet comedy, like improv comedy type style podcasts, Hello from the Magic Tavern is definitely one you should check out. I always say check it out. Man, Twisty. You crazy, buddy. Too generous. It's payday tomorrow for Twisty, so he's going ham right now. I assume he. Forgiveness if Twisty's a she. I'm assuming he though.
Sometimes you just gotta put aside your differences and work the problems with your homie, so y'all can keep to being homies. You feel me, homie?
No, these are the C3 stabilizers. Yeah, N9, yeah, N9 gray. Yep, you got it. Yep, the N9 gray C3 round 2 stabilizers. You got it. Yep, I had to look at the bag real quick. I wasn't sure. Yep, the N9. I'm sorry, the exposure on that was glaring. My key light was hitting that up too much. I never want to assume, Twisty. I had to ask. I had to make sure. I never want to assume. I've talked about it before on chat. I do terribly with saying guys and he all the time. I try and be more cognizant of it. But in your case, I'm in the clear. The C3 housings being so tight. You mean getting the wires in? The initial pop-in of the wires? I like them. I've not felt like I've been about to break them. Maybe I should be more careful. But yes, they are tight. That's what she said. Haha. They are tight. I'm gonna need to break into my beater bag of keycaps tonight and probably get more out. I don't think I'm gonna have enough for the number pad stabilizers here. Dungeons and Daddies. Oh, okay, I missed that. Okay, yeah. No, thank you. You need to check out Dungeons and Daddies. Yeah, so okay. So Lang, I'm assuming then you've also listened to Hello from the Magic Tavern. I've not heard of Dungeons and Daddies. That sounds fantastic, though. So yeah, I don't know what Dungeons and Daddies is, but the Hello from the Magic Tavern guys are a whole lot of improv guys, and a lot of them are from like the Chicago Improv Theater and the Shakespeare Improv Theater over in Chicago. And so they're very talented. They're very talented actors. The people that get on the show, and my God, like the songs they come up with on the spot and the lines they improv on the spot, like it's so funny. Yeah. Hello from the Magic Tavern, summed up in 30 seconds, is basically a podcast where this guy falls behind an interdimensional rift behind a Burger King drive-thru, and he falls into this magical world named Foon, which is very kind of similar to like a Lord of the Rings, or a Game of Thrones style world. You've got magic and orcs and goblins and all sorts of different creatures. And he hosts a podcast from this world, basically, recanting the week's events of what's happening in the land of Foon. Foon is the name of the magical world. So it's definitely very kooky, very out there, very wild. But if you're into fantasy and comedy, it's a match made in heaven. So yeah, Dungeons and Daddies, I'm gonna have to check it out for sure. They made a spin-off podcast too. I don't know if you listened to it, Lang. Oh, Twisty, sleep well, buddy. Thanks so much for tuning in, the 10 gifted subs. Really appreciate that. Have a wonderful evening, my friend. And we'll catch you next time. Make sure you tune in on Saturday. I'll see you hopefully this weekend. Saturday from 1 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. It's going to be hard to miss my stream. If you're on Twitch at all on Saturday, chances are I'll be live. So I'm hoping I'll see you all then. Twisty and everyone else in chat included. All right, chat. So speaking of transitions, let's go ahead and get these stabilizers installed. Oh, I do too. I've played a couple episodes of, like, you know, this stupid podcast like that for my wife, and she cringes, but I think it's so funny. I think stuff like that is just absolutely hysterical. I lose it. And the fact that she doesn't like it makes me like it even more. I don't know if that's kind of evil. But I think it's funny. Like, I'll never not introduce my wife to some stupid new show or podcast or movie because I don't think she'll like it. If I don't think she'll like it, that I think incentivizes me even more to introduce her to it. And we'll be like 10 minutes into it, and she'll be like, "What am I watching?" I played for her the movie What We Do in the Shadows, and that was definitely the latest example of some stupid movie or show that I've showed to her that I absolutely love, and she's like, "I'm done with this." All right. Oh yeah. No, I hear that line. Oh, and I know, right? Isn't it so good? The TV show is just absolutely brilliant too. So funny. I love that director. He also acts in it, but he's so funny. That New Zealand guy. I guess they're probably all New Zealand, but they're so funny. It's the same guy from Flight of the Conchords. I think that was the first thing I ever saw him in on HBO. It's the same director or writer from Flight of the Conchords, and my god, it just cracks me up. Yo, Bueno Builds raiding with a party of 18. What's up, Raid? Hello. Hello, Bueno. Good to see you, my friend. What up, what up, what up, Bueno Raid? That's what I'm talking about. Hello, everyone. Welcome. You guys are just in time for some stabilizer acoustics. We're just screwing the stabilizers in. We just finished tuning all 20 of them for this TKC. How you doing tonight, Bueno? What were you up to? What's up, Kimchi? Kimchi Jody boy in the house. How's it going? I'm doing well. I hope you are as well. Ooh, a wing keyless number 2. There's a hype build. That is definitely a hype build. Yeah, so tonight, I'll show it off real quick. Tonight, hit up that ! build command. Tonight, we are building a very special TKC1800R. You guys are going to want to hit that build command. My keyboard is disconnected right now, so I can't, but there's a couple of links in there you guys should definitely take a look at. So this build right now, tonight, we're building this up for Larry Chen. He's a photographer with quite a following on Instagram. He does a lot of automotive photography. And so go ahead and check out his Instagram. He's a very cool follow on Instagram. And then also check out that Imgur link there at the bottom. Is it Imgur? Imgur? I always mispronounce it. Whatever it is. That is going to show you some of the detail of where the inspiration for this paint job came from, because this is a custom Celine S7 supercar paint job at Imager. Okay, so yeah, Imager. So take a look at the Imager. Very, very cool. Oh, and thank you so much for the sub there, Kimchi. Continuing the gifted sub they got from Justin. Very cool. Yeah, so this is very, it's racing spec'd out, but that's Celine, and I've got my fingerprints on it. I'm sorry. It's got the Celine S7 supercar paint job on it. This is the exact same paint job that they used for that car, and so they actually, the folks over at the Key.company who put this board together, who put that paint job on it, they actually had to sign a non-disclosure agreement saying they wouldn't sell that, you know, that mixture of paint or whatever, because it is literally the same paint job as what's on that supercar. It's pretty cool. Have I seen the MGA? No, I haven't. I don't think I have. What's that all about? Yeah, super stoked to be involved in this project. We've got mods by Ben Q doing a full custom case for this as well. He's quite a talented PC builder. Mods by Ben Q. And so we've got a fully decked out custom setup coming in for Larry. Part of this ASUS campaign to get him hooked up with a well-deserved PC, I'm sure. Yo, thank you so much for the subscription there with the tier 1 pigeon. Appreciate that. Thank you for the 2 months. You love the streams and we love you. Thank you, thank you. The MGA by Sneakbox is aluminum Alice inspired by sports cars, mainly the BMW M series. You know what? Now that you mentioned the BMW M series being a primary inspiration for it, that does sound more familiar. I think I've seen this. But yeah, drop a link in for the picture if you've got it. I would definitely like to see it. I think I'm picturing it, but I can't remember if I'm remembering the right one or not. But yeah, the keyboard community, I think we find a lot of inspiration from cars. I think for a designer, it's such a natural progression. You know, you like the clean lines of the car and all of that, and I mean it translates well to the keyboard. The side profiling and, you know, the smooth curvature and lines of a car, more times than not, works really well with a keyboard as well. Oh, nice. Okay, cool, Kimchi. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that link here. Let's see here. Oh, very cool. Here you go, chat. Very cool. Look at those paint colors. So many to choose from. Nice. That thing is shiny. Oh, yeah. You know what? I have seen this picture before with that rear profile. That's very cool. That badge does look very similar to the M series too. That's pretty cool. Nice. Any hints on the builds on the Saturday? Yeah, I've got leaks. What am I building on Saturday? Okay, so we've got a couple of matrix boards. I've got an Exent. I've got a brand new Exent with the Exent keycaps, which is quite rare. Never been built, brand new in box. The Exent, if you guys are unfamiliar with it, is probably there's more Exent ashtrays than there are keyboards, operational working keyboards. But the Exent was a collaboration from Originative, Rama, TGR, and I'm forgetting the other designer. There was one other designer included on this. It was a huge collaboration project. The Exent is the keyboard with like the huge, it's like a 65%, but it's got the sides on it that are huge. Like you can literally put like a drink on the sides of the Exent. So I've got an Exent, I've got an Elephant in-house. There's a 910 we'll probably be doing some work to. I'm gonna change that 910 that we put Nixies on over to a split space bar actually. So a little bit of heresy, but I think a split space bar is gonna sound much better acoustically than the 7U. And so I actually talked the client who owns that one into entertaining the idea there. Either that or we might do an FR4 build for it. I think last time we spoke we were potentially doing FR4 build with the 910. Are we talking still about the Exent? Yeah, the Exent. So do we have a picture here? Yeah, here's the Exent. I've got one of those brand new in-house. So I'll probably build up an Exent, maybe a matrix board. Yeah, they're pretty fun. And like every designer you know except Keycold, I think, was collaborating on the Exent. It was such a funny collaboration. One of those like earlier, really delayed group buys as well. Broden. Thank you very much for the follow. That's a tough name to pronounce. B-Roar, D-Ren. I don't know how. It's probably something that makes sense if you split it up with spaces that I'm not reading right. I have the key set, Lang. I don't just remember it, I can show it to you guys. Not only do I have the Exent key set for this build, I have it brand new in box. It has never been opened before. It didn't even support all of its own layouts. That's a funny little side note on it. Here, hold on one second. As promised, here are the Exent keycaps, still sealed. Yeah, pretty crazy. They're like they're not blanks. They're like a very dark gray. You can kind of see them there. They're hard to see on camera. There we go. That's a little less glary. Yes, I think the Exent will definitely make it onto the build agenda, and I might actually rebuild one of my boards as well. I've got a couple of boards in my own personal collection that have been in the hopper for a little bit, and I've got a bunch of alpacas that I want to put together and use, and so I might use the 12-hour stream. I'm gonna have a lot of time to build things. How many builds do you think I will get through in 12 hours? What do you think, Chad? How many should I plan for? 3? Because keep in mind too, I'm probably only going to be building and doing giveaways up until 8 p.m. And so, yo, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime there, Bueno. Appreciate that. 2 months. Do you think I'll need 3? I think I'll need 3 to be on the safe side. But man, I mean, I might be able. I've had a couple of like 4-hour builds before. There we go. I'll send one to you, Lang. Try out one of your builds. That'd be cool. Interesting, Oj. Why is it so spicy? What do they got going on over there? Hey Ravia, so the giveaway stream, the 12-hour stream is Friday or Saturday, so day after tomorrow. make sure you tune in. We're gonna have lots of cool giveaways, lots of cool guests, and hopefully you'll be there. It'll be a fun time. Scufflandia over here. Yeah, okay, I doubt it. I get disgruntled customers all the time. People saying, these stabilizers sound like they just are awful. What are you doing over there? You've been building for a year? How is that possible? No. Toxicity in the community is just a heavy topic. Need something lighter? Ah. Oh, your DSLR came in today. Nice. What'd you get? Do you as well have gear acquisition syndrome, Lang? You know I sure do. Goes without saying that I for sure have gear acquisition syndrome. That's awesome, Lang. Isn't that such a great feeling? I love making purchases like that. Research, but no matter how much I research, it always feels at the end of the day like an impulse buy. I always feel at the end of the day like, oh, gotta do it. It's time. Let's go. You pull the trigger. You're like, yeah, let's go. And then it gets easier and easier and easier to pull the trigger until now I don't even think about it. I'm just like, oh, I need this. Buy. Like I bought, here's a perfect example. I bought an NTG4 Plus today because I needed a shotgun mic for doing more YouTube content. And I didn't want to have to, every time I was doing YouTube content, I didn't want to have to move my cardioid over to the other side of my office every time. I didn't want to have to like rerun that wire and disconnect it and do all that craziness. So you got the lights, the stands, everything. Nice. You got a bunch of stuff. Gonna go from C920 all the way to an M50. Since I don't need a capture card for Canon. Oh, nice. Yeah. That's great. That's really convenient. Yeah, I still need a capture card on mine. I've got those Elgato capture cards, which I really don't like. I'm probably gonna switch those out to some of those Blackmagic capture cards ultimately. Sony doesn't have a direct stream feature, I don't think, which is kind of a bummer. At least ones I'm on. I'm on a 65, an A6500 is the top mount there. And then I'm on a A7R3, which is the webcam. Moneybags Max. Nice. Yeah, that's what's up. Definitely a nice little add-on there. Yeah, definitely a nice little add-on where you don't have to worry about a capture card and you can just connect up directly to your computer. Like I feel like that's well overdue. I feel like all cameras should be doing that because, you know, in this day and age, with how quickly webcams have sold out everywhere, it's almost cheaper to just get a camera. Like if you didn't have to also, like you could probably get a used camera that would be better than any webcam you'd ever get. And also pair that up with a capture card for probably less than some of these webcams these days. And then you also just have a camera too. Everyone in this COVID climate going around, you know, making these moves, picking up all the computer gear. I feel like it's really cool. I think people are taking a lot more time to invest in their home space. I think it's really cool. I love seeing people's setups, their COVID quote-unquote setups. People are putting together some really cool studio setups, cool office setups, all that. You know, I feel like everyone kind of before was just like, I don't really need an office. I'll just hop on my laptop on the couch whenever I get home and, you know, if I need to send an email out, right? Whereas, you know, you just kind of use your office computer at the office. But now that everyone's home, It's so fun, prime time. I love setting up the office. It's definitely like an undertaking. You got to put a lot of thought into it, you know, to make it nice. But man, when I moved to the new house where we're at now, about a year ago now, actually. Yeah, it was a lot of fun redoing the office. It's like kind of what Nathan is doing right now, right? Nathan has just moved, and so he's doing the same thing that I was about a year ago. He's moving into this new place, and you know, yeah, it's really a lot of fun. You get kind of like this blank slate, you know, this blank canvas almost. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna change some things up in my office probably within the next year. I intend on repainting the office walls more of like a darker color. I just haven't decided what color I want to use yet. It won't be purple. It won't be the same purple that we use on stream right now, like the webcam border and everything. But it'll be pretty cool. I think I've been looking at like a darker blue, which I think looks really sharp. And so, yeah, it'll be nice. Okay, so we've got enough switches in here to where I should be able to get my stabilizers tested without having fear that the plate is going to be rattling all over the place. I'm also going to need to figure out what I'm going to be doing for like dinner on Friday or Saturday. If I start the talk show at 8 p.m., I think I'm going to start dinner. I think I'll probably eat around like 7. So I'll need chat to remind me on Saturday to like order food for dinner at like 6 o'clock so that it gets delivered on time. My head hurts with the cost of lenses. So you went Canon ecosystem. So yeah. You're gonna be hurting. But think of it, I mean, Canon's a great ecosystem to buy into because they have such good lenses and they'll last you a long time. And even if you upgrade bodies down the line, you know, your lenses will stay consistent. You know, yeah, but lenses are pricey. I definitely recommend just going in deep on them though. You're gonna want to pair a solid lens with every one you get. Okay. Now, I need a couple more 2Us for the number pad. Let's see if I can find them here. I don't need to go too crazy. I'm not going to actually get the ones. I don't think I need to get the ones that are actually the proper profile for it, although I did just find them. There's one. And there's the other. Or maybe reverse that. I might have reversed that right there. But that's okay. That's quite alright. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. You gotta go in deep. I was looking at that new 85mm 1.2 Lang. Ooh. I am Eastern time. Mm-hmm. Oh, what time zone is my 12? Yeah. So Rez, it's gonna be 1 p.m. Eastern to 1 a.m. Eastern. Okay, I believe we're gonna be going inside on all of these for the 1.2s. So let me get all of these switches entered into the plate here. And then let's see. Oh, I'm not on the right side. I'm not on the right side of history on this one. I'm gonna have to eat my words. I was wrong. I need to be over to the left here. The 1.25s is gonna be hugging the left side. 1.5s would probably be on the other. Okay. And then we need a whole bunch of 1.25 keys. Yep, that lines up right. Looking good there. Beautiful. And then I need a bunch of 1Us here. We're going to be doing... Is it 1Us or is it 1.25? It's interesting. Well, this one's static, so that guy has to go there. I think I can do 1U on this guy. I think it's 1U. I think it's inside, 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 inside. There we go. And then let's grab these on the right profile here, but that's okay. I don't really mind. 1U, 1U. And they are close to the right profile. They're not, but they are close. That'll work. Then I've got the shift guy here. Okay, cool. I think all the keycaps that we need to really be mindful of are in. We're going to do a standard caps lock for this build. And so that guy gets one of these. No, excuse me. Is it this one? That one right there. And then let's do the pipe. Always add the keycaps here that I'm showing you guys when you're building a keyboard up. You're going to want to add these because these are the keycaps that you want to make sure are straight and also sound good and are in the right profile. Standard caps lock sad face. I know. Yeah, I know. But it's not for me. It's for a client. It's not for me. It's for me, ma. All right, let's go ahead and mute this. And we'll bring this down right here. I think this backspace might need a little bit of work. It's close. Ooh, that one sounds good. I snuck that one in there. I tried to get it past you there, Lang. You're too quick. You. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna have to redo that backspace. That one's not gonna work. That backspace guy, that little guy, I wouldn't worry about that little guy. But I am gonna worry about that little guy. Yeah, the tangerines are quite nice. Here, let me go ahead. We just need to retune our backspace, so give me just a second here, chat. Go ahead and get you set up with music again here. Oh, thanks so much, Och. Appreciate that, my dude. So all of our stabilizers sounded good there, with the exception of our backspace. And so I'm going to see if I can get this plate off. Let's see if I can get this off. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Just kind of working my way around the plate. Getting all of these switches lifted up. Yeah, I've been known to drop a couple references in there, like. You gotta be quick-witted with it. Keep with me now. I love when Milk stops by and I talk about how Milk is my lube connection. Milk is my lube boy, like Harry and Lloyd out of Dumb and Dumber. Not really, but kind of, right? Just kind of jokingly. Let's go ahead and hit this guy up right here. You ready for this, chat? Look at that strategy. Adapt, overcome. There we go. We're very close. We're very close. We just need to get a couple more of these guys to disconnect here. There it is. All right. All right. That's making me feel better. Now, let's go ahead and retune our backspace key. Lube boy. I know, right? I love Milk though, and so Milk is okay with it, I'm sure. But yeah, Milk is my Milk, and he's got such a great name. Milk is my lube boy. That's so bad. Hey, so Yeffy, how far did you guys have to drive tonight to get over to your folks' house? I figured out why we were having difficulty lifting that up a little bit. The pipe key was giving me difficulty. The pipe key wanted to separate. Okay. More lubrication on the stem here is going to be required. That looks pretty good. I don't want to over lube it, but definitely want to make sure there's enough in there. That felt really nice. That actually went in there quite nicely. We're a fan of that. When the wire doesn't give us difficulty, we like it. Just under an hour, not bad. Oh, for getting the stabilizers tuned up? Is that what you're talking about, Yeffy? Oh, just under an hour. Excuse me. I asked you a question, you answered said question, and now I'm thinking you're talking about something unrelated to the very question I asked you. God, that's a 5-head move there. I get you. Just under an hour to get to your parents' house. Understood. That's not too bad. That is not too bad at all. Shoot, when I'm going to client site, sometimes it takes me over an hour to get to client site. I don't do that too frequently because of that. Okay. There we go. Let's try this again. We're not going to press everything down. What we're going to press down is just enough to really make sure our delete key is good. And I just really want to get these switches kind of right around the delete key. We'll get the other ones here in a minute. I think we have enough on there right now to test the delete. Or backspace, I should say. I need a couple more. Something's clipping up on me. Kind of out of position. Where am I? That's looking good. Okay. Why do I have the feeling we're out of position on something here? These 1U's, did they slide over on me? They sure did. There's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hey, what's going on? What is it? El Bien Fajado. Max F Live, more like Max Strokes Out Live. Oh my god. So yeah, we're almost there, chat. I'm sorry, we have the camera angle a little too close there. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're working with the TKC1800R tonight. Yep, you got a good eye there. Yep, this one is this one we're building up for a client. Larry Chen Photo. Larry Chen. He's an automotive photographer. Cool. Okay. Tangerines are in. They're sounding nice. We're going to go ahead and put these stabilized keys on once more and make sure everything is looking good and lined up properly. I'm feeling good about this right now. Let's go ahead and get the rest of our switches installed. So if you're curious on this build, definitely hit that build command up. I have a gallery in there for a little bit of inspiration for what this build is based off of. And so definitely a cool story behind this one, with the Celine S7 being one of the primary bits of inspiration behind this guy. Let's see here. And yeah, we've got the new, the brand new, fresh off the shelf Tangerines, as well as the brand new C3 stabilizers. Right now I've just got some beater caps on there. I've just got a set of blanks, just to make sure everything is lined up here on these modifiers. And yeah, here after we get this, you guys have never seen a keyboard build before. Here after we get this, these switches pre-placed, we're going to go ahead and solder all of them into the PCB. And so we'll get through some soldering work here. We've got quite a lot of it here tonight because we're doing a full 1800 layout on this guy. And so there will be lots and lots of switches to install. Plenty of time to hear my terrible stories and my bad jokes. And chat, you can jump in with any of those you might have as well. It's almost Friday. I'm certainly looking forward to hearing it. Actually, this is the first instance I'll actually have one of these on my desk, Geigster, and so I'm very much so looking forward to hearing the acoustic profile on this keyboard. With my partnership with the Key Dot Company, you guys might see more and more of these TKC1800 builds. This just happens to be the first. We've got quite a cool one to start it off with. We're going to be doing some white indicator LEDs on this guy as well. I install the indicator LEDs last for a pretty good reason. Basically what you want to do is after your keyboard is completely built up, the indicators are nice to put in last because you can put them in and then you flip the keyboard upside down and make sure that the indicator light feeds in as far as it can into the indicator position, the indicator LED position on the case, and that's when you bend the wires and solder it in. if you were to put the LED all the way down flush with the PCB, you would get a lot of bleed into the other indicator LEDs when you actually turn them on. Little keyboard hack there. I look like Casey Frey. I don't know who Casey Frey is. Look at this orange and green build we've got going on here. Yeah, definitely, Ling. It's very light, very, very light. I'll get a measurement for weight on this guy after we build it up tonight, so you guys can also get an idea. All right, let's go ahead and flip this upside down here, and we want to take a look here at our pins. See if any of these pins bent on us. The number pad is looking good. Arrow cluster's looking good. Function row is good. Number row is good. My pipe key is bad. My comma key is bad. That looks like it. My pipe key and my comma key need to be replaced. Or not replaced, but I need to straighten the stem on them. This sort of thing can happen. Not that big of a deal. Just straighten the stem out and plop it right back down on there. And the pipe key we lost as well. So these are 67 gram tangerines we're working with here tonight. You know what I didn't do earlier? I didn't do my spacebar mod. I'm gonna go ahead and swap the spacebar spring out, and I'm gonna use a 90 gram spring with that. You guys have never seen my stream before. This is a Max F signature move. I'm always putting a 90 gram spring on that spacebar. It'll also give me an opportunity to show you guys this dope new key switch opener that I got from the key.company. Very nice little block of anodized aluminum here, and it's magnetized. So you've got both the Kail box openers as well as their Kail switches, and then also the normal MX style switch opener. So pretty cool switch opener there. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of that stock spring. And we're gonna put this one in. I just need to get some oil for the spring. Who's TM? PCBTKL right says shout out to TM. I don't know who TM is. Oh, yes, it does. Yes, on the back of the PCB, there's some sort of etching on the PCB that says shout out to TM. I have no idea. I'm assuming somebody who was involved in the creation of the PCB. I'm not sure though. It is a quality bag of lubes. What's up, Sean? Good to see you, buddy. Chongosaurus in the house. Okay. Our space bar is done. So I do that, I give it a heavier spring weight because the spacebar then will have a little bit extra help in returning. It's going to make it just sound and feel a bit more crisp than you would have on a 67 gram spring. So highly recommend just pick up a bag of 90 gram springs. They'll last you for forever. And then you always have spacebar springs for your own personal builds in stock, ready to rumble. One bag will last you a lifetime. Here we go. Sounding good there. Feeling even better. Magnets. Magnet time. Boop. All right. Cool. We are ready to turn RTX voice on and begin with the soldering portion of the stream in just about an hour 45. Not bad, not bad, not bad. These guys away. I don't need this over here. I'm going to move my case. Here's another, take another peek at the case here, chat. If you haven't seen this yet, there is the Celine S7 custom paint job with the carbon fiber and my fingerprints. A very beautiful looking keyboard. I want to move it off to the side though so that I don't get any flux spilling on it. Time to hydrate. Fix the stems, don't forget, because you did the spacebar. Or fix the pins. You talking about the switch pins on the for the spacebar? Yeah, they're good. The pins there are looking okay. Is that what you meant? The switch pins? The through hole pins? Oh, I already got those. Yeah, I already fixed those guys. Thanks for the reminder, though. I think I already got them. Yep, I already fixed those ones. I'm all over it tonight. Don't stop me now, 'cause I'm having a good time. Oh yeah. There we go. All right, RTX voice is now turned on, as is my fan. Good. Didn't surge out my camera. That's what I'm talking about. It's a good night. All right, let's go ahead and get to soldering. So chat, this is the TS80P. It is a USB-C based soldering iron. I get the questions about it all the time. It is much smaller, much lighter, and much easier to work with than the Heiko 888 that I was using before. Behold. This is the power cable for the soldering iron. There is nothing to this thing. I love it. And Queen, you're my soulmate. I knew I liked you for a reason, Lang. We're on the same wavelength here tonight, buddy. All right, we are heated up. We're ready to rumble. So yeah, so we heat our iron up to about 600. And we have got so much keyboard here, you can't even fit it all on, the stream, but that's all good. So welcome, welcome, welcome to the soldering portion of the stream, chat. I always have difficulty keeping up with chat here around this time of the night. I will do my utmost to try and stay up to date with you guys as I do this. But it's just difficult for me to be keeping up with chat as I'm focusing on the soldering here. It's a great opportunity for me to go through some sponsor reel. I promise I won't draw this out too far, but I just want to say real quick, I mean, the biggest sponsor of my stream is you guys, the viewers. You guys send me so many cool keyboards to build. A quick shout out to you guys, and just a quick, a little bit of shameless self-promotion here. If you guys have anything you would like me to build for you, I've got all the details you need listed right down below. You can join my Discord. That's the best way to get in contact with me, and we can discuss the next keyboard build that you have eyed up for yourself. Now, the stream is sponsored by Zeal.pc. Zeal is your spot for all things Zelio, Helio, Telio. Anything with an EO at the end of it is probably on Zeal.pc. I've got a link down listed below in the subsections there on my Twitch page, which is a referral link. It gives me a nice little kickback on any purchases you make on the Zeal website. It goes a long way to help and support the stream. I appreciate you guys using that link, if you are so inclined. We are also sponsored by MintAutumn.com. Mint Autumn and Jax Static. Jax is a huge keyboard enthusiast. We love Jax. He's just a phenomenal member of the community, and he is also the creator of the Rukia keyboard. One of, if not the nicest Alice clones, I'd say. He's entering into round 2 and going to be shipping those units here probably within the next couple of weeks to month, give or take. And he's got lots and lots of upcoming projects that are very exciting as well that you should be paying attention to. If you are not following him on mintautumn.com, you should be. Go ahead and click that link there, listed down below, add it to your favorites, and make sure you follow Mint Autumn and Jack Static for any future updates. He's got some really cool projects on the horizon that I think you guys are going to like the looks of. I hope to start showcasing them here myself soon. And we are also sponsored by the Key.company, the Key.co. They brought you this build here tonight. We're going to have a lot of cool projects working with them here in the future. We have some of their new C3 Kiwi switches coming in soon. I'm going to be doing a review on those guys here in the next couple of evenings. I'll probably have that released by next week. They've got the new C3 stabilizers, round 2, which has fixed the profiling issue on those EPVT sets. And so all your keycaps are going to fit on those guys now, whereas the first round had a little bit of difficulty with the profiling of the keycap. They have some of the nicest, tightest stabilizers you can find on the market. I can say with certainty that with the C3 stabilizer, you will not have to worry about the wire popping out of your stabilizer. Oh, and before I miss it, Lang, I hope you're still here, buddy. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, a pleasure seeing you in chat. And yeah, absolutely, buddy. We will catch you next time. There are 104 keys on the 1800 layout. 104. So we've got quite a few of these to make it through here tonight. I'm just doing a couple of switches sort of interdispersed around the PCB and plate, since we do have so many of them. I want to kind of just hit a couple of them sort of around the border of the keyboard. Make sure everything is sitting flush and straight here on this. So again, a big shout out to the Key.company. Links to their website down below as well. You can find on there one of Lang's projects, the Infinikey 808 set is going live as well. Has those C3 stabilizers, the Tangerine switches, you know, all the products that the Key.company has got. But yeah, very excited to be reviewing those C3 Kiwi switches here soon. Those will be pretty cool. I think those will be a good hit. I think those come in at some point this weekend or maybe next week. Okay. So yeah, that's it, chat. No more sponsor reel. Just making our way, as I mentioned, through the soldering here tonight. It's going to be a longer soldering portion of the stream here this evening. So don't go anywhere, though. This one's going to sound good, I'm sure. I love these C3 Tangerines. Or are they C3? The Tangerine switches, the TKC Tangerines. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and see what we're looking like with the top row here. Oh yeah, that's sitting nice and flush now at this point. I'm just looking here now at the gap between the switch and the PCB, if there is any, and there's really not. These are PCB mount switches, and so once they grab a hold of that PCB, they do a good job of holding onto it, it looks like. So we're in a pretty good spot here now to, I feel like I'm zoomed in more than normal. Am I? Oh, I am. I normally am like that. I am zoomed in a little bit more than normal. That should be a little bit of a better angle there for you, chat. Sorry about that. Must have hit the zoom on my camera at some point. And so chat, by all means, if you have any questions, be it keyboard or life related, whatever you got on your mind, feel free to just jump right in. I will do my best to answer and impart my wisdom upon you all, whether you like it or not. I always forget to mention it too. For those of you guys who are new to keyboards, I am going to be partnering up with the Keyboard University initiative on the Key.co site. That's one of the more beginner-friendly sites that you'll find on keyboarding, and a lot of good articles that are on there. TGR, your favorite 65%. From an aesthetics perspective, yes, absolutely. The 910 is absolutely beautiful. I love the design. Now from an acoustics perspective, the 910 is not the most fantastic sounding board. But yeah, it's one of my favorites though overall. 910 is beautiful. My first custom was a TX1800. So similar to this layout. However, it was through the Korean manufacturer TX. It was the V1 version of that build, not even the V2. It was also a big one. There was no weight in that thing, and I think it still was like 7 pounds. Have you ever gone through your whole collection on stream? No, I haven't. And the reason probably I don't is because my whole collection is interdispersed all over the place. I've got a lot of stuff in boxes. I've got a lot of stuff out of my bookshelf. I got a lot of stuff at the office. I've got at my at-work office, that is. So I'm all over the place with builds. That would be a good YouTube video though. Kind of like I've been meaning to do like a studio tour. My office is not that big. You guys can see the wall behind me. It's not the largest room. It's a nice space. I like it a lot. And it's a really nice central location in the house, which is a good and bad thing, because when company comes over and they don't know I'm into this hobby, I always get the question like, whoa, what are you doing in your office? But that's okay. But yeah, I've been meaning to do a studio tour for some time now. That would be a good YouTube video. Yeah, that would be fun. I'll seriously consider doing that. I'm meaning to get back more into the YouTube content creation side. I've been saying that for a long time, I know, but YouTube content just grows a lot faster than Twitch does. Twitch, I have to be online for people to enjoy the content. I'm not. I'm in the East Coast. I'm actually in Virginia, just right outside Washington, D.C. But yeah, I really need to get more into YouTube content because people can view YouTube, as you know, 24 hours a day, whenever is convenient for them. I can be sleeping and my content is growing in views and hits. And I'm building an audience, you know, as I sleep. Whereas with Twitch, I need to be online and streaming to build an audience. So it's a difficult platform to start a community in. I feel like if I did more YouTube content, I would definitely get a big boost in viewership, I feel like. Yeah, it definitely is still niche for sure. Definitely going more mainstream, but definitely still has that small hobby feel to it, which is really cool. I like that a lot. I still had that picture of the Exent loaded up. What a funny board. That'll be fun. That'll be a fun build. I'm excited for that one. Okay. So what about you though, Darian? How many builds do you have in your personal arsenal these days? Anything coming in hot that you're excited about? Man, I got some flux jumping tonight. I'm glad I don't have anything of value anywhere within the radius of my iron, because this flux is jumping all over the place. My iron's maintaining temperature. Okay. I think part of it is the reasoning behind the flux jumping all over the place is because I've got too much solder on my iron, and it's because I'm doing these, this PCB is ALPS compatible. And so it's going to have a lot of solder, a lot more solder is going into these joints than normally would. And so we're just going to be more likely to have extra solder jumping all over the place. Ooh, a brutal 60 wing keyless whenever it releases. Nice. Oh, awesome. Yeah, Fairfax County is actually where I'm at. That's where I was born as well. I've lived in this area just about all my life. I went out of the area for a little bit for school and came right back because it's such a good job market. Definitely a really good tech sector in this area. I actually had Zelio. I think I had round 3 Zelios in the 1800. They were very bad. All the issues of wobble and everything else was inherent with them. I am in the network engineering field. I focus primarily on design. I do a lot of large-scale data center and WAN carrier provider elements. I do a lot of software-defined, a little bit of Python, and I try and stay away from security. But it always comes back to pull me in. Every time I feel like I'm getting away from it, it pulls me back in. Yeah, I work for Booz Allen, the same company who had Edward Snowden on the roster when he went rogue. The one thing we're known for. We're a very good consulting firm, but that's what we're known for. That's what got us the most publicity, probably. Funny little tidbit. I actually used to live right across the street from the airport that the FBI agents flew out of to go try and get him from Brazil. Not that that means anything. All that means is I just lived across the street from a private airfield. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool when I learned that the agents flew out of that airport to go get him. I was like, oh, cool! I know where that is. That's right across the street. So I am in no way associated with Snowden. Let me go on the record right now and say that very clearly. The only association I have with Edward Snowden is that I too, without having any contact with him whatsoever, work at the same company that he used to work for way back in the day. Like I wasn't even with Booz Allen when he was, and so let me be very clear. All right, let's flip this over and make sure our pipe key is looking straight before I do it. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. What do you think, chat? That looks pretty straight to me. He is just chilling in Russia now. As much as you can be chilling in Russia, that dude is chilling in Russia. I don't think chillin' and Russia belongs in the same sentence, but whatever you guys think. Alright, so the pipe key's done. We're getting close, chat. We have 1, 2, 3 more full rows of alphas. We have a little bit left on the numpad, and then we have our bottom row. So we've done 2 full rows. We've done most of the numpad. We've done all the corners and everything, and interdispersed throughout the edges of the keyboard. We've done a lot as well. So we probably only have another 15 minutes, give or take, here on the soldering before we're ready to actually turn this guy over. And I have to do some work on the LEDs here for this build, but yeah, that won't take too long. You guys will get to see some indicator through-hole LED soldering as well after I finish up soldering this keyboard. I really need to get a new sponge. Chat, remind me in 45 minutes here that I need to hop on Amazon and order a new steel sponge for my desk, because my sponge is not really getting any of the solder off of the tip here. It's just kind of moving it around a little bit. There we go, I found a good spot. Russia is cold. And when it's not cold, I would still somehow think Russia's probably pretty cold. Emotionally, if not physically. I had a colleague I used to work with whom I make jokes saying that he had a Russian mail order bride. He ended up being a pretty good friend of mine for quite some time, and then we just randomly lost touch. Maybe Russian KGB got him. But I joke that he had a Russian mail order bride all the time because his girlfriend was a transfer student or a foreign exchange student. I guess you call it foreign exchange student. She was just a foreign Belarusian young lady who was in town studying at American University when we were younger. And so, but yeah, no, I joke all the time now, like, you know, it was a green card marriage and she's a Russian mail order bride. We'd be hanging out, like watching hockey. We're both huge hockey fans. We'd be like hanging out watching like a Capitals game, and she would be in the other room on the phone. I'd be like, oh, who's Elisa talking to? Is that Russian husband? Stop talking smack about my people. Your people make it very easy to talk smack about, Yuppie. I love you, buddy. I don't know if you were still here. You're being so quiet. What are you guys up to? You on mobile, hanging out, watching a movie or something? KGB spy. It's in my nature. We are always listening. Yeffy, did you see the Chernobyl documentary? And not just Yeffy, anybody. I'm gonna go back and rewatch that. It was such a good document. There was such a good, not documentary, the miniseries. Chernobyl, the miniseries on HBO. It was kind of like a docu-series, right? Yeah. Dude, it happens to the best of us. I mean, we had our own little mini Chernobyl, 3 Mile Island. So right when that mini series came out was right when I had changed to a new client, and one of the guys I was working with, they have a house, they have a vacation house over on Lake Anna. Well, Lake Anna I think it's Lake Anna. Lake Anna in Virginia is actually a lake that's built on one side of the lake. There's a power plant. And the whole lake, because of the power plant, which the other side of the lake is safe to swim in, but because of the power plant, all the water in Lake Anna is actually heated. And so you pretty much any time of year can go swimming there, even in the winter, and be comfortable at this lake. So, but anyways, Chernobyl, the miniseries, comes out, and I'm watching that, and then I had to go in and start talking to Mike, like, hey, so, how much radioactive, water have you been exposed to, swimming over in Lake Anna, over in those power plant waters? You say Chernobyl. What I say, what is that? This thing I know nothing of. I know nothing of what you speak of, comrade. All right. Oh, so we finished that row, by the way, chat. So we've got 2 more full rows of alphas now, minus an enter key. And then we've got a row and a half left on that number pad. And then one more full row on the alphas after this, and then a set of arrows and the very limited bottom row with a couple more switches. So we're very close, chat. We're very close. Thank you for hanging out here with me. It's always fun having people to talk to when I'm going through the soldering here. Yeah, I'm definitely hungry, chat. I'm gonna need to get something more to eat tonight. Is it a Taco Bell night? Ooh. Is it a Taco Bell night, and am I calling out of the office tomorrow? That's the question. Ooh, 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 ooh! You just had Chipotle? That's a little too heavy. I'd probably go with like a crunch wrap or maybe like a chalupa or something. If I did Taco Bell here in a little bit. Oh yeah, you're early. Yeah, you're West Coast time for sure. It's about time, speaking of West Coast time, it's about time for Justin to be hopping on. What's up, DQ? You know you want to see my girly solder holding skills on work for that RS. When you sending me one of them RS, bro? Let's go. Hey, DQ, did you see those, you're a shoe guy, right? Did you see those new Jordan 1s, the all-white ones? The OG JP variant? They are clean. Not Tim's. Not Tim's, my dude. The Jordans, the ones. White out Tim's. How do I hold solder like a girl? I don't get it. Insults don't make any sense, bro. You hold it delicately. I mean, what am I gonna do? This? Here we go. Let's try it. We're gonna solder like this from now on. Get in there. Get in there. I'm dead. Yeah, solder strong. Yes, solder strong like Arnold. I'm precise. I'm precise with my soldering. If that means I hold it like a girl, then yeah, so be it. Okay. My technique is top notch. Pinky out, that would be pinky out right there. I do like everything out. I hold it like I got the okay hand at all times. It gives me full dexterity with these other three fingers. In case something's about to go down, I'm ready. I'm ready with these three fingers at all times. The index, the pointer, and the thumb are for holding the solder, but these guys are ready to go. This is the silliest topic of discussion we've been on all night. Cool. And DQ, how are you going to say RS isn't for me, bro? Come on. After everything I've done for you, I thought we was brothers. I thought we was brothers. RS not for me. That hurts. That hurts, dude. Oh. Glad I didn't just burn the desk or anything else underneath it. I just dropped my salary line over there. Oh, he's gonna build one this week. Damn, dude, I didn't know you guys were that close. When do I get mine? Let me just build one for you. You know you can't build it. These are around me, I trust with it. I should build yours for you. I'll do it free of charge. Just send it on over to me. Panda is a better builder than me? Damn, dude. This shit cuts deep. I don't even know who Panda is. Panda. And I'm not talking. Oh, your dog. Nice. That's right. You did name your dog Panda. Yeah. It's like the cutest little dog too. You'd expect DQ to have like a pit bull or something. It's a Maltese, right? Isn't it a Maltese? I can't remember what kind of dog you have, DQ. It's a Shih Tzu. Okay. There we go. Half rat and dog. That's true. I can confirm that. Little mini dog. So what are the updates with RS though? Is it is the manufacturing completed, or is this a prototype that Bizarami's building? I didn't think, I would assume they're done with manufacturing. I didn't think Bizarami prototypes. Nice. There we go. That's what's up. Is Simon getting one? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, no prototyping allowed. You just go in deep. No prototypes needed. I can't wait for the Little Z project too. Ooh. There's some more Bizarami work there too. I'm super excited for it. I think that one's gonna be queuing up. I think that one's gonna be queuing up for like Bezo told me that it was bad. Oh no. That was queuing up for like an early Christmas present, I think. Even if it feels like typing into steel girders, I'm still gonna love that board because it's gonna look so cool. Like PVD black steel is just gonna be way too good. I mean, DQ. You know how many keyboards I have. I don't need to type on them all. Tofu and a Dremel. Yeah. Oh yeah. So chat, welcome to DQ, the biggest troll in keyboards. True dedication to the art, as Yeffy said. Yeah. All right, chat. Number pad is done. Okay. I'm only checking it though if you give me an RS. What do you say? RS incoming? Yep. Looks like a rectangle. Rectangle confirmed. Oh, that's not a render. That's the real deal. Nice, dude. Do you have any side profile pics? I can't really move around too easily right now. I love the worker. Cool. Oh, you got a couple in there. Oh yeah, there it is. That's got a lot of early days TGR feels to it with the George Foreman grill. It's not the separate weight though, so it's definitely different. But it's pretty cool. I love those double profiles there on the side. Where's mine, dude? Let's go. LZ did the George Foreman first? Okay, I couldn't remember. What board did LZ do the George Foreman weight on? And what's up, Justin? We were just saying that you were about to be hopping on. I was literally just saying. The LZ, SE, and RE did the grill. Nice. Yeah, the grill is very good. The grill is very nice. Yo, nice. That's what's up, Stash. That's what I'm talking about, dude. I remember seeing updates on that a couple weeks ago too. That's exciting. When are you expecting to have that in hand? And also, what's going on, Stash? It's good to see you, my dude. Going from silence to regular switches. My finger joints hurt from mashing too hard. Should I get heavier springs or practice a lighter touch? So I don't know what silence to regular switches, the migration from one to the other, would really do in terms of causing you finger pain. Yeah, that sounds to me like it's probably there was a difference in the spring weight. You know, and yeah, if you're hitting the switches too hard, again, nothing to do with silent or non-silent switches there. You might even want to consider getting some tactile switches just for a little bit to get a better feel for what the switch actuating without bottoming out feels like, and then switch back over to linears. Try not to bottom out. Try to get a feel for when your switch actuates and only pressing the switch enough to actuate it. Not only will it feel better, but you'll type faster when you get the hang of it and don't bottom out anymore. Oh, nice. You're 3D printing the one tonight. Oh, there we go, Yeffy. Yeah, there he is, the wiener dog. Panda is a cute puppy. Panda is a cute puppy. What's your dog's name again, Yeffy? The Snuggle Master 3000? I've never seen that dog not curled up in a million blankets. Oh, so you're saying you switched from silence to non-silence, and you're thinking that the rubber feet on the silence were absorbing a lot of impact. Certainly potential. I wouldn't discount that as a potential option that could have been, you know, more comfortable for you, and then when switching caused you discomfort. Yeah. But yeah, typing a little bit differently is not going to be a bad thing either. Just doing a quick visual inspection on this chat, making sure we have enough solder on all of these joints. I'm a little light on a couple of different places here. We're going to add a few more little hits. On this guy, was it that one? No, it was not. It was this one. It's gonna need some more too. Oliver. What a good dog name. Oliver. I love that. Sorry if anyone in chat is named Oliver. I don't have to apologize too much though. My name is Max. Your dog is all named after me. I've got a dog's name. So, yeah, I don't have to apologize too enthusiastically if you're named Oliver and I said it's a great dog's name. We call him the Foof Master Flex. He's a blanket whore. Nice. I know that to be true. Any picture, like I said, I've seen of Oliver, he is nestled into blankets. Dog finds a way of cocooning himself into blankets. You wanted to name Panda Jorge? That's pretty good too. I should just embrace it. I should get a dog and name him Max. He can just run around and be named Junior. We got a lot of switches to verify here tonight, Chad. I'm just making sure each and every one of them has got enough solder on it. Not too much, but not too little. Looking for a nice little peak Christmas tree on every single one of these guys. Okay. Cool, looking good there. No, George. Got it. Well, if we spell it with a J, I'm going to say it Jorge. That's how it's pronounced, technically. Oh, I know. Okay. All right. All right. Hopefully, I didn't drop my mic. No, we're good. Okay, cool. Hey, what's up, Bree? Good to see you. Okay. Is the TKC1800R the big forehead? It does have a bigger forehead, that's for sure. It's an old school. It's like the G80-1800 layout, though. It's a playoff of the. It's a playoff of those OG boards. I've got. What we need to do real quick. Yeah, carbon fiber, baby. The racing inspired 1800R. We will find out. This is going to be one of the first builds I've done with them. Oh, I need to turn RTX voice off. Oops. There we go. All right, cool. There we go. The backspace switch might need to be swapped out. I think the switch itself needs to be swapped out. Yeah, that doesn't sound too good. So we're gonna swap the backspace switch with a different Tangerine. We just have a little bit more work to do, chat. This guy needs to be swapped too. Kind of like loose. All right, so the backspace and the pipe. We'll go ahead and desolder these guys just using the pump. Trying to figure out if it was like rattle that I was hearing. I need to retouch that and desolder again. These are not filmed, no. There we go, that got it all. And I want to do the shift key too. The shift key needs to get swapped out. Filming seems like it might improve it. Like the film on the shift key I'm removing right now because there seemed to be a little bit of wobble in the shift key. So it seems like filming them might really help out. I don't know if you guys have done much work with these. So the Tangerines are factory lube. I felt like there was a little bit of spring ping in them, so I went ahead and I lubed the springs. And so these are factory lubed Tangerines with the springs. I wanted to try and see what everything sounded like here. Straight out of the factory. They were very, very smooth by stock. And so I just wanted to see what we had in store if I went almost full stock with them. Films do help tremendously. Okay, good to know. Interesting. It's much better. And then this guy as well. We'll swap out this one too. That sounds pretty good. Okay, cool. That's better. I might need to come back and do some like onesie twosie replacements as well. Throughout the build, swapping some things around, but we'll see. See what it sounds like here as I've got it now. I actually do have some Tangerines coming that will be filmed and lubed by Milk in the next couple of days. They're going to be going into a Matrix Able for a client build. So those will be tuned up even nicer than these. There's still a little bit of ping to the switches, but it's not too bad. I mean, for the way they're tuned up by the factory, it's actually pretty crazy good. Okay. All right, we have got now at this point to do some LED work. So with that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get these things installed. We're gonna go plus side here. If I'm remembering correctly, yep, the plus side is the longer end. So let me go ahead and get over here. So what we're doing is now we're installing these LED indicators here for the num lock, caps lock, and scroll lock. We've got one for each, and we're going with a cool white color for each of them. So they're all in there now flush with the PCB, as you can see. What we're gonna do right now is grab our case, and we'll need the top part of the case. I'm also gonna ditch this, or you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna put this down. I'm gonna put this down on my desk so that I don't have the case sitting on my work mat. And let's go ahead and get that guy installed. There's the rear of the case, that Celine S7 paint color. Excuse my fingerprints, sorry about that, guys and gals. I know that is needing a little bit of a wipe down, but that's okay. All right, so yeah, so we've got the LED indicators here, which we will hold on to as we flip it upside down and find the location of these standoffs. There they go. And now what you do, basically, now that we have the case in there and put together, what we need to do is we need to just put those LED indicators straight down. And so pretty much we just put them straight down like this so that they drop into the hole. And then we can bend the prongs here so that we can get the indicators actually soldered in. That puts them at the right spot so that they're actually pushed up against the front of this unit here, which they are. So that's looking good there. Okay, so now we can solder these guys in. I think JWK housings aren't as durable like the cherry housing, so when they open them up, once looking, pins are blah, blah, blah. Pins really are bent, so films help so much. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to do more research. So with that said, the JWK housings, like, are they doing that same thing with like alpacas and everything else? Like, is it pretty much recommended to lube on all those guys? Yeah, film all JWKs. Good to know. Yeah, so the 910 that I just built, yeah, was filmed. It had the MOV switches with it did have films on that one as well. That was a great build. It sounded really good. One of the best 910s I think I've ever heard. All right, so those guys are in there. Now we can clip those legs. And our LED work should be done as well for the evening. Get this guy pretty close to the PCB here. No reason to have anything sitting over the edge. Okay. LEDs are clipped. All right, so now at this point, it's time to install everything. With the 1800, nothing gets screwed down. You have these larger push throughs that hold everything together. As you can see, we're in place here with everything. Our LEDs look good. We're ready to install the back of the case here. And so let's go ahead and do just that. Oh, we're not ready yet. We need to install the cable. So the cable here goes like this. It actually goes off to the side here. And then we'll want to make sure we line that up. I'll need to get first the lineup on the front of the case. Seam right here lined up and ready to go. And then now we can put this guy over around here. Okay, that's lined up there. Let's just make sure everything's looking lined up. Oh, nope, that's not lined up. Front edge here is having difficulty. Let me zoom out for you, chat. Make sure I get this guy in here at the right angle. Always makes me nervous when I'm dealing with like a plastic case. Always, 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 never fails to make me nervous. Okay. That lineup looks pretty good. I think we have got an approved seal there. Yeah. Yep, so I have the cable routed around that properly. I did indeed see that. I opened it up and was taking a look at this case before building it here tonight to make sure I knew what I was looking at. So I'll clean this case up here real quick. And I think we're sitting pretty here, chat. Go ahead and get my soldering iron unplugged. I have this corner here. Let's go ahead and clean our desk up a little bit. Okay. Here we go, here we go. Sorry, Chad, I've been missing out here much. Yep, so the stickering, the filming, I should say, improving the sound a lot on the JWK linears. I will definitely look at that and do some research on that. I'm gonna test a whole bunch myself. I just got a whole bunch of alpacas in, so I'm looking forward to playing around with those JWKs. But yeah, I'll definitely stick around to check that out. Is it worth trying out some of those PE stems in alpacas? Might be it's overkill smoothness. Ah, okay. Don't even bother then. Do stems make it sound different though? It's 100% higher pitch and a bit louder. Yeah, with doing the bum wipe stems and the alpacas or in any JWK linear. I think the best in cherry cream. Yeah, cream cherry. Yeah, so I have the UHMWPs in a cherry housing. I just put them in a retooled cherry housing when I built mine. That's actually what's built inside my my unicorn. Yep. Yeah, I kind of want to buy a keyboard like this for the office. Yeah, this is a cool one. This is a cool one. Yeah, I just got up some more too. I have a whole nother bag of those stems, so I'm gonna have to. I might try them in like a zeal housing next. It sounds like it could be interesting. I've had good results with zeal housings in the past. Where are they? I think I have I got some of these too, these desk key switch films. Have you guys used any of these yet? I'm really looking forward to trying those out too. I want to do some switch science here in the next couple of streams. Maybe we'll have a stream where we just look at a whole bunch of switches before building something upcoming. How do you like the carbon? Spend some time on those? How do I like the carbon? Have I spent some time on those? I don't know what you mean by spend some time on those, but I do like carbon. Carbon on keyboards is very cool. Carbon on a polycarbonate keyboard is even nicer. And so this is going to be very similar to that sort of a feel and sound profile. Polycarbonate should be really nice. Oh, you designed them. No kidding. Well, hello there. Hi, Blind Assassin. I will let you know here. I love the little inserts though. So we've got the carbon insert for the TKC1800R, and then also the rear weight, quote unquote, although it's not a weight because it's carbon. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Well, good to have you in chat, man. Thank you so much for stopping by, Blind Assassin. How difficult is it to work with carbon as a material in design? Nice. Yeah, I know nothing from the design perspective. I know it looks cool, especially on the Celine S7 build. Ooh. This is a clean looking board for sure. All right, chat. So you're about to behold the unboxing experience that is Infinikey. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Leva? Oh, nice. Yeah, yep. So if you do the build command, I actually put the Imager logo, or I put the Imager link in there that has that same car. It's such a cool, awesome supercar. I mean, we're talking like millions of dollars in automotive engineering precision. Very cool stuff. All right, so there's our keyboard there. Did I just get something on my desk mat? That's a rip. Okay, so as I mentioned, it's now time to unbox this guy right here. Can I get it open though? That's one serious sticker. go. So yeah. As I mentioned, it's quite a nice unboxing experience with Infinikey. I'm hoping that all the keycaps remained in the same spot. They did indeed. So we've got all of our primary alphas here. Everything for a 60% plus your function row. We've got our full number pad here. And we've got a whole bunch of extra Apple modifiers on here as well. So we'll do the Apple modifiers for tonight. That'll make it fun. So yeah, we'll go ahead and start with this here so that I make sure I use these guys. This should be the right size spacebar, right? Is it? No. That is not a 6.25 spacebar. It's gonna be funny as I don't even know what's what on this in terms of those Apple modifiers. I have no idea what that should look like. I have no idea which what in these guys. Like, do you guys have any idea? They're here too, so we've got the 1.25s here for this one. If that makes sense, let's do those here. Oh yeah, they do. Yep, they absolutely do. Infinikey is PBT. It is, yeah, it's personal preference. Which one sounds better? I personally like PBT, I think is very nice. But you run into quality control issues with a lot of PBT sets. However, Infinikey has been very good in my experience. So your mileage may vary, but yep, just food for thought there. All right, so we've got these keys here. I think makes sense. So that's like the equivalent of that guy, and then this guy. I'm basically mirroring the other side in one use. Because I don't know what these Apple keys are, man. What is an Apple key set anyways? It's pretty fun though, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm assuming these are your arrow keys here? Or the arrow cluster, oh no, the arrow cluster is here. Right? Oh my goodness. I don't even know. This is so funky and cool. Oh no, that's the TKL cluster. This is your arrow cluster here. Aha! I'm a smart lad. I can make my way through dressing this keyboard. So I do believe the keyboard case that will actually be going with this for the client is going to be colored in an orange to match the client's their car, and so that'll be pretty wild. So yeah, when all is said and done, this will actually, these orange tangerines will match perfectly with the orange case. They'll have an orange what's it called? An orange cable, I'm sure. There's a cool desk mat going with this project. This will be all decked out. It'll be pretty cool. The client's gonna have a full setup here. Larry Chen. If you guys haven't checked him out, he's pretty cool looking photographer. Lots of automotive elements Yeah, we're gonna do the scoops instead of the bars. Always do scoops on my homing keys. All right, so this is numlock here, and delete, and the multiplication. Oh, I'm so hungry, chat. I'm going to straight up annihilate some food tonight. Oh, that was a hard transition into a different song. I guess we're done with that song. I do not have an H88 PCB stash. Sorry about that. All right, prime time. Have a wonderful evening. Have a good night's sleep. And we'll see you on Saturday. Thanks for tuning in tonight, buddy. Okay, I need to figure out what's going on up here. We'll come back to that in a second. I need to figure out how that stuff was mapped. We've got plenty, however, we can do in the meantime on these guys here on the main legends. These inserts are so nice. Like the Infinikey unbox experience is the best you can get right now. Wait, F1, F2, F3, F4. Oh yeah, that's right. Man, I don't even know what this keyboard is that you guys are talking about. Oh, another 75%? Okay, thanks, Primetime. V2 trash. Yeah, don't recommend it, bad boards. The Vega. The Vega. Isn't that one of Gok's projects? The Vega? Or no, that's AIO3. Yeah, AIO3 is a good designer. It's like Polaris, but 65%. Oh yeah, Ravius. I hope you're getting some good info here. Hope chat is keeping it clean for you. Okay. These are some clean looking caps, I gotta say. I'm digging this. The orange tangerines peeking through on this blacked out board are so out of place because they don't match the red either. But they will for the client, so it'll be a nice little play on the whole colorway here for the client. But since we're using the placeholder Celine F7 case tonight, they definitely look a little bit off. It's kind of funny. So this is my second experience with Infinikey. I have the Infinikey Sanctuary set as well. And from what I can tell, I mean, these legends are clean. They look very nice, all centered, or not. They're off to the left, so they're not centered, but they're looking proportionate and quite nice, truth be told. It's got a nice texture to the plastic. I'm a big fan of that. So an ID80 is bad, huh? I haven't looked up that keyboard at all, so I can't really weigh in with my personal opinion on that one. I might have seen it, but I'm not remembering it offhand. Yeah, really. Yeah, isn't it? Isn't it nice? It's such fun legends on that set too. The Infinity Sanctuary Rebirth. It's really a cool looking board. That was another key set that would have looked pretty good on this build tonight. Although I wanted to do the wob with these Apple modifiers on it. It's pretty cool. I like the look of this thing. Okay, so we need to figure out what we've got in terms of keycaps for this top cluster here. So, in order to do that, let me go ahead and figure out what we got here. So we got home and end. That's interesting. So home and end. There's that, home and end. Let's do a print and a scroll lock. What does print look like in the OG Apple thing? Print, here we go. And scroll lock is this guy then. Oh no, that's pause break. I'm just following what somebody else did. Scroll lock is this one. What do you need a scroll lock for anyways? Insert and delete, that makes sense. That's a proper set of functions I would agree on putting. Delete, do I have a delete key in the right profile? Yes, I do. Very nice. Delete. Now let's do a page up and a page down. So here's page up. I'm getting these icon mods now. Now it's making sense to me. And there's page down. So there we go. That's looking clean. I can get behind that. Let's see if I have those keycaps even in a semblance of the right spot. I'll be able to tell if I have the proper profile there with the if I have it with the what's it called, the scroll lock in the right spot. All right, let's see what we got going on here in terms of length of cable. I'm gonna run it just to the front. I know that's gonna be a little bit of heresy here. We're gonna run this guy just to the front. It's gonna be easier than me trying to jump behind my computer. I don't have a USB hub here behind me. Sorry about that, fam. All right, so we've got this connector. I'll do it a little bit aesthetically though. Run this over here. And that's perfect length. It was like it was meant to be like that. There we go. All right, so let's take a look here. That indicator's good. That one's good. There's scroll lock. Scroll lock is actually on that key. So our indicators are all good. That's a good sign. I probably should have gone into to switch hitter here. So there we go, guys. What do you think? Pretty clean looking board. I'll show it off here again in a second. Let's just go real quick into switch hitter and see if we should have absolutely done this before I put everything together. We rolled on the wild side a little bit here tonight, putting the case and everything together without testing all the keycaps. Yikes, Max. Turned out to work out for us, but that could have been bad. But it wasn't, so we're all good. All right, chat, let's show you real quick, now that I plugged it in, the glory of the TKC1800. I really was living on the edge there. I don't normally do that. That was wild. Yikes. All right. Y'all ready for the 1800R? I'm holding this USB port here. Yeah, what do you think, chat? Pretty clean, right? Say hello to YouTube, everyone. Oh yeah, I'll tell you how much it weighs here in just a second. Okay. So with the cable, which I cannot remove, we weigh a whopping 2 pounds, 5.7 ounces for an 1800. Like, this is the perfect board for work. Because you can travel with it. Like, come on. That's so, I mean, aside from it just being so big, it's such a great weight for a travel board. That's awesome. Wow. Okay, cool. Let's see what it sounds like. Will it pass the acoustics test? These are very close. I will warn you, chat. These are very close to stock Tangerines. So let's see what we're working with. Let me give you guys the modifiers first. I'm going to open up a notepad. Ooh, that switch might need to be swapped out. Yeah, it sounds a little... Definitely some inconsistencies in the switches stock. Which is a drag. So the client didn't want to get it lubed up. So that's what happens when you don't lube it up. You can expect a much better result when it's lubed, I would assume. All right, so let's take a look here at the typing sounds. Okay, so yeah, I mean, like I said, this is pretty close to stock sounds here. Let's see what we got. It does affect the switch feel. I think the case has a really cool profile to it. Yeah, I'd have to agree. Yeah, I'm definitely, so for stock sounds, I'm very impressed. So this Tangerine switch has probably one of the smoothest feels. I mean, this is a very good feeling switch, very smooth. So feel like, I mean, I'm probably gonna put this thing like you put on here. Oh, whoops, I just put it on full screen. you put on some noise canceling headphones. This keyboard's probably like a solid. I'd give it a solid like 8 out of 10. It feels really nice. It is not heavy, Nico. Yeah, what's up, by the way, Nico? Good to see you, man. It is a light keyboard. We just weighed this thing in. Oh, the switches are 67 gram. 67 gram, and I did open up the switches and just did a light oil coating on the springs because those did sound a little pingy. But a thick, heavier lube is going to make these sound a little bit better as well. Like, there's some keys that definitely, like that one, you know, so there's maybe a little bit of consistency issues with the factory lube because this one sounds worse than the others. Like, that one doesn't sound too bad. And the one use sound pretty good. So you can hear this home row. Like, that's got some consistency issues. Like, listen to those two instead of these guys. So yeah, I mean, this is what it is. Stock switch is a stock switch. But what I'm trying to get at is that if you get enough of these, you could probably get away with a full build. Like, I mean, I just used 104 switches on this build. That switch right there sounds quite nice. What I'm trying to get at is that out of 100 switches, you can probably get, like, all of those sound nice. You can probably get enough switches for a 60% completely stock. So, because lubing's not for everyone. And a lot of people also don't have the money to send them out to somebody to do it for them. And so for the consumer that just wants to get a very smooth, nice switch that is passable in terms of acoustics, at least in my opinion, then yeah, Tangerines are a good way to go. Exactly. That's the trick though, Leva. You have to cherry pick them. And so you get a whole bunch of stock Tangerines, say you get 100 of them, you only need 60 for a build. There's probably a pretty close to a 50% chance that you could definitely make a case for building something, you know, and I don't know how Tangerines do with breaking them in. I don't know if anyone's done any testing with those, if they break in. You know, I don't really like typing on switches that aren't broken in, and I don't like breaking in switches because they don't feel good. These feel good. And man, oh man, does it look good. So I think this is an absolutely smashing looking board. Well, you know, to each their own. It's a big time sink to lube your own. We all know that's the truth. I feel like my camera's off a little bit. There we go. That feels like it's more or maybe less straight now. I don't know what I just did, if I made it better or worse. But anyways, thanks for hanging out, chat. This was a fun build. This was a long build. 3 hours and 19 minutes though for a full size. It's actually not too bad. It's actually not too bad. What do we got going on Twitch here tonight? Who's streaming? What do we have popping up in chat here? Let's go. Franco rated us last time. Let's go with Franco. Oh, Franco's giving away a control, a CTRL. Is that true? Oh, it might be some control. Is that a different? Is that an energy shake or an energy drink or something? Is Franco giving away an energy drink? Is control? Is CTRL an energy drink? All right, Yeffy, definitely, dude. I'm glad you're able to get into the air conditioning. That's big. That's very big. Stick around, chat. We're going to be rating. We're going to be rating Franco here this evening. Let's just take a look at something here, though. And make sure you guys stay tuned because we have got, as you know, a big stream right around the corner. Oh yeah. All right. Rating the man, Franco. Okay. All right, chat. Franco always flips his keyboard for us. We should tell him to do something fun here. Or just spam the Max F emote. He's playing Rogue Company tonight. Let's see here. Oh, he's playing Rogue Company with Dalsu. Oh, that's funny. Nice. Okay, chat. So yeah, thank you again so much for tuning in tonight. Really appreciate y'all's support. I will see you guys on Saturday with the 12-hour stream. At least I hope to. And until then, see you later, everybody. And enjoy Franco's stream. Boom. Say hello to him for me.